Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your meditation message. This message is intended to support you whenever you find it. I am doing this after the full moon in Aries in October because there's so much rich energy in the air, as Pluto has just moved direct after its long period of retrograde and is moving towards its completion in Capricorn, not this year, but in and out next year. So this is a time when we are gaining the presence of the lessons and messages that we have worked so hard to understand about ourselves and the changes we need to make, not only in ourselves, but in the world. So let's get started, Capricorn, with your overall energy for this reading, the Hermit. The Hermit is an energy, Capricorn, I believe that we have been in for a long time. This is somewhat enforced, although working on our own, doing things for ourselves is something that is very comfortable and quite natural to some Capricorns. Others would find this incredibly confining and isolating, but this is a time, whatever your external circumstances, when you are encouraged to look within for the answers that you seek. No one can give you the answers for the ways in which you want to move your life forward. Only you know what it is you deeply desire, what will bring you the kind of happiness and satisfaction that you seek. As you are going through the process of going within, seeking those answers, consulting those authorities, be they ancestral, be they mentors, teachers, you are modeling this process of self-healing, self-authority, centering in what you know to be true for you, that you are teaching others by the model of your behavior. In the presence, we have the Strength card. The Strength card, again, is very familiar to the Capricorn temperament. This card indicates that you've been through a lot, and many of the challenges you faced did not offer you the obvious support that you would have expected or that you see others receiving. However, this is a card that in many ways confirms the tremendous resolve, determination, and hard work that you are capable of, because you got through these challenging situations. You supported and gave to others when you saw the need, despite the fact that you may not have received that same support, because you understood that the efforts of others, like your efforts, are meant to be supported, and that excuse me, by virtue of being a strong person, you have never been given challenges that you could not overcome. In fact, you may have led an extremely challenging life. You may have encountered many obstacles on your path, and you always land on your feet. This resilience is something that you don't need to display out loud in a noisy way. This is strength that is just a part of who you are and that others are drawn to as they recognize that you are able to persevere and succeed sooner or later. This is indicating that your strength has netted you a lot of maturity. You are not only resilient, but you are able of containing ambiguous information, love, and intentions in your heart. You can live with contradictions in the external world, understanding the spiritual truth of that. And that spiritual truth is your tremendous divinity and the faith and confidence that you have. And that, in fact, is needed in order to make progress in your life at this time. In the past, we have the Three of Wands. So this is showing that you've already started a new project, a new opportunity. You're already out exploring tentatively some new model of growth, some new way of expanding your networking, your researching, you're connecting up with a community of like-minded souls who are similarly questing for new avenues of self-expression and wealth building. New business opportunities are circulating around you in this new community, and you recognize that you are a fellow sojourner along with the other members of this community or your network, that you are finding other people on similar paths, similar places on their path as you, but you're totally open to the experts among your circle, those that are entirely novices and that you could help. So this is really indicating this beautiful community and networking opportunity where you are truly and literally extending yourself throughout the world to explore new opportunities for expansion. In the future, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is recognizing the end, the conclusion, the closure of a long road of disappointment, pain, and suffering. It's so interesting that these cards that are characteristic of the Capricorn temperament are featured as these abilities have gotten you to the end of a long road. This is really closing out the suffering and the pain that you've experienced in having to turn your attention to your own responsibilities, your own misunderstandings, your own positioning yourself repeatedly, time and time again, as a victim without truly acknowledging it, without truly understanding or believing it. In fact, I can even hear the ways in which you have been told as much in the past, and the deep resentment with which you received that information. However, this is the acknowledgement that you have had to learn lessons repeatedly. You've had to look at your behaviors that you have stubbornly clung to because that was the way you understood it was supposed to be done. You're now releasing all of those expectations of other people who have given you prescriptives and scripts and stories about who you are or what you should be doing. And in many ways, this information seemed as a gift. It seemed flattering in the past. You now understand the ways in which it robbed you of your agency. It robbed you of your desire to pursue what you wanted to pursue. And now that you've released this, you have let this go, you have allowed yourself to ruminate and understand your position in these failures. This cycle is closing out, and you are now on the crest of a new beginning, a completely new understanding of your purpose and your opportunities in life. I'm going to clarify the Strength card with the Four of Cups and the Six of Cups. You are indeed making space to receive in all of your relationships. This releasing of these negative patterns of your own, your thoughts, your words, your deeds, triggering responses to situations that you have engaged in over and over again repeatedly, has really now been released and opened you up to the consideration of the way in which relationships can work. And this is interestingly coming to you through an association, through a longtime friend, an old friend, an old partner, a relative who you haven't been connected with in a long time. This person not only knows you in a happier time, in happier times, but also is connected to your natural gifts and talents, and is really inviting you to look at the ways in which you gave in the past, understanding that that was your role, to give love, to provide everything for your beloved, as an example, as opposed to making space to receive that love and support back, making space to honor that connection deeply with equity and with pleasure and joy, not as a job. In fact, this opportunity is right before you. You are in this opportunity in some way that you may not recognize because it looks so different from what you expect it to be. This is not solely a relationship, nor is it solely a dream job. But some element of both of those things, as examples, are present in your life, and they have been earned through your blood, sweat, and tears, building upon a talent, a gift you have that you are now returning to and structuring your life accordingly. I love this reading, Capricorn, and I'm going to pull a wild elemental oracle card. And let's just grab. The card I've chosen is the Lion. And if you give me a moment, I'm going to look up the Lion. And it says, whoops, that's not the Lion. Oh dear. All right, so the Lion. The majestic lion appears when leadership is needed. The true leader is one who supports those around him or her, has patience, and uses empathy, compassion, and wisdom to get the work done. Stay away from bossy and dictator behavior. This will not get you what you desire. Look to bring balance into your life and this situation. Take time to not only work, but to relax and de-stress. I thank you so much, Capricorn, for this beautiful reading. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe. And until next time, Namaste.